13 News Now, breaking news now.
And that breaking news out of Newport-News this afternoon, a judge dismissing the charges against former assistant principal Ebony Parker following the school shooting at Richneck Elementary School in 2023. This comes after former teacher Abby Werner was shot and injured by a student, leading to felony child neglect charges against Parker, following accusations about her response to the incident. We do have team coverage this afternoon with Madison Schlegel and Brianna Fallon as the charges again are dismissed in this major trial. Let's start now with Madison as we break down this decision. Madison, what have we learned?
Yeah, no precedent for this case. That were the words that came out of the judge's mouth today as she was making that decision. The basis of her decision coming on the fact that the jury gets to question what happens with fact, but it's up to the judge as to what happens with questions of law. The judge said that there were too many questions with the law and the legality of the indictments that were sent forth here, and all those issues that had come up about questions about what was actually that disregard for life that Parker maybe did experience or did omit that day on January 6th. But the judge has ultimately decided that given the fact that the prosecution's case was what she says mostly a legal theory mashup, she decided that it wasn't a case that the jury needed to continue to hear. We also spoke with 13 News Now legal analyst Ed Booth about this situation in a live interview with him. He told us that this type of situation isn't completely unnormal. But again, this is a type of case that is historic and there is no precedent for it. So again, attorneys on both sides here should be able to walk away with a breath of fresh air. Listen to this.
But as soon as you hear that ruling as a lawyer, you understand that the judge has considered the facts in the law as put on by the Commonwealth and decided that the jury doesn't need to hear the case because those facts and that law, or the combination of the two, don't equate to something that should go to a jury. In other words, the judge is going to say, I'm going to take this away and make a ruling, essentially direct a verdict in favor of the defense because certain elements or certain aspects of the case wouldn't merit allowing it to go to a jury.
And that's what we saw play out today, that in favor of the defense. The defense was the one that did put that motion on the table this morning, and the judge did hear those arguments. And ultimately, the judge decided to decide that this case needs to be struck down. And now those 8 counts against Ebony Parker are now no longer. Madison Schlegel, 13 News Now.